You know what really grinds my gears?
It's a Treasure Island radio retweet.
And now Springer steps in. He's the tying run. Ninth inning, 2 outs. The stretch from Duran. And the pitch. Ground ball right side. Diving stop Solano. To his feet. Feeds Duran. Slips on the bag. And the Twins win the game. The Minnesota Twins beat the Blue Jays 3-1. Twins win. Twins win. The Minnesota Twins win a playoff game. 3-1 the final. And the longest consecutive postseason losing streak in North American sports history is finally over. A hot shot to the right side of the infield. Solano with a wonderful play. Then Duran covered his position well, got the feed, caught it, stepped on the bag, and the Twins win a playoff game for the first time since 2004.
Let's go, baby. Eric Emmett, Twins 28 here. How you doing, everybody? It is October 4th, 2023. I'm going to turn my mic down a little bit because I'm excited. How's that? That better? The morning after a huge victory for the Minnesota Twins for the first time since October of 2004, the Minnesota Twins have won a playoff game. Since that time, they've gone 0-18. They have not won a single game or a single series in the playoffs. The worst losing streak in North American sports of all four major sports: baseball, football, basketball, hockey. And yesterday, they broke the streak. What an amazing game. They won 3-1. It was another game where the bats went quiet, with the exception of Royce Lewis, the rookie third baseman, shortstop. I would guess you would call him a third baseman now, because with Correa here, he got slid over to third. What a game! What a player! I'll get into Royce Lewis in a minute. I'm boinging off the walls here, folks. I had a feeling this team was going to break it. They had the talent, they had the moxie to do it. Earlier in the season when things were looking tough, it didn't look good for a while there. And I called out the team. You guys remember it. The vlog I made talking about the retirement of Kirby Puckett. And at that time, I said this team lacked a leader. It lacked a player like Kirby Puckett's caliber as far as being a team leader and telling the guys, we got this, jump on my back. We're going to do this. And it looks like that player has arrived, and his name is Royce Lewis. He's stepped up. Lewis has been awesome all season when he's been in there. He's just, what an amazing player. He had like 4 or 5 grand slams this year. As far as I know, it's the most in Twins history for one player in a single season. He missed the last few weeks of the season. He had some hamstring issues, so they shut him down to let him rest. They shut down Carlos Correa. He had plantar fasciitis in his foot, and I guess the plantar fasciitis got so bad it actually finally blew, but that's actually a good thing, where if that breaks, that helps the healing process. And both players did extremely well yesterday. I'll get to Correa in a little bit, but Royce Lewis, kid comes up in the first inning and hits a 2-run jack into the left field seats, and the target field just erupts. I haven't heard this Twins Stadium shake that loud since they were back in the Metrodome. I haven't even heard target field blow up that loud. Listening to it on the radio. What a moment. And then he comes up again in the third inning and hits one into the right field seats for a solo shot, and that's all the offense we needed. It's still a little concerning that the bats are going quiet here with the playoffs now, but Royce Lewis, he was the man. He was the man yesterday. Pablo Lopez went a 5 2/3 inning. He got in a little bit of a jam in the 6th, and so Rocco came out and pulled him out. I wasn't happy about it at the time, but Looking back, it was the right decision. Griffin Jacks came in at one point, gave up a leadoff double, and then proceeded to strike out this. I think he struck the side out, or he got 2 strikeouts, but it was just wow. What a performance. Duran came in the 9th, made it a little hairy, but we got the 3rd out, as you just saw at the beginning. And now the Twins play later today, and if they beat the Jays, they move on. They win their first playoff series since 2002, and that was the Moneyball year when we beat the Oakland A's to go face the Anaheim Angels for the right to go to the World Series, which we ended up losing. It's been that long for the Twins. It's a tall order, but I think they can do it. I think this team is poised to make a little noise. I don't know if they're equipped and ready to go to the next level and win the World Series. I think they can get there. I'm not scared about the Blue Jays or the Houston Astros. We beat both of them in the season series this year. They're both beatable. Even though we'd be going on the road first to Houston, I like our chances. As long as the bullpen can hold up and the bats can come alive a little more, I'm a little worried about that. I think we can get through them, and I think we can get through Texas I think it's Texas? No, the Rays, excuse me. Well, Texas, yes. The Texas Rangers, the Tampa Bay Rays, and the Baltimore Orioles are all that's left in the other games. The Orioles, I will give them credit. They've been a dumpster fire for decades since Ripken retired, and even when he was playing, they weren't very good. They've rebuilt that organization very nicely, and in fact, I heard they're staying put in Camden Yards. They signed a 30-year lease to stay there, which is good. Baltimore deserves the Orioles, and I like what they're doing in Baltimore, but I think we would be evenly matched fine against them. And if we end up losing to them in the ALCS, I have no qualms about that. I'm just glad it's somebody else besides the damn Yankees and the Red Sox. So if the Orioles went on to the World Series without the Twins, that's fine. I'm fine with that. But I think we can beat the Orioles. It'll be nice competition, and just the fact it's a nice change. There's different teams in the playoffs this time. The National League, however, scares me a little bit. The Braves are so damn good. They are the best team in baseball right now. But there's other teams in the NL I think we could match up well against. I'd love to see the Twins take on the Brewers in the World Series. That would be cool. A border battle for the World Series. That would be interesting. We were never rivals with the Brewers because even before they did the realignment years ago, the Brewers were in the East. We were in the West. But we always played good against them. We always had nice competition, but it was never really a rivalry. Like the Vikings and Packers are. That would be a nice World Series. I wouldn't mind the Diamondbacks. They haven't been there in many years. That would be a nice change of things. The Snowbird Bowl, as you could call it. The Dodgers could be a little hairy. That could be a little scary. But I wouldn't mind that payback for the Twins from way back in the day, Drysdale and Koufax. We faced them in 65, I believe it was. That was the Twins' first World Series appearance that we lost in 7 games. That was before my time. That was when my dad was a kid. He remembers that World Series. That would be a nice one. Rematch in 91, Twins-Braves, but I think the Braves are going to be a taller order to beat this year. But, stranger things have happened. A lot of bad juju is finally coming off for the Twins. They got the division. They're getting healthy at the right time. And they won. They broke the 0-18 streak. I'm very proud of the guys. They've stepped up very good. Still got a lot of work to do. But Royce Lewis, he is this team's MVP. The team runs through him. It was supposed to be Buxton and Correa. I'll get on to him. I was not happy when they signed him last year. I'm still pissed off about the whole Astros cheating scandal, and he was a part of that. He's apologized, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't happy about it. And then the Twins had the chance to possibly trade him last trade deadline in 2022 and get a haul for him because they weren't going to do anything last year. And they didn't. He went to free agency. He signed with 2 teams, and those 2 teams backed out of their deals with him because of his issues with his knee or his leg. And he ended up coming back to the Twins. I wasn't happy about it. And he was hurt a lot this year, but every time he played, he was I wouldn't say all the time because he had his issues, and his plantar fasciitis, as we found out, had him suffer on the base pads. He wasn't as fast as he used to be. He was hitting into a lot of double plays. He was playing hurt. But the times he was contributing, he was getting timely hits. He was bringing in runs. But it was his defense. He's one of, if not the best shortstops in the game. And the play he made yesterday, there was a ground ball to third. Polanco was playing third, out of position. He should have been at second, and for whatever reason, Rocco played Polanco at third, and it was a disaster from the first pitch on. Polanco muffed a play. It went right by him. Correa, Bo Bichette was on second. He was running third, and he decided to go home. He should have stayed at third, but he charged home. Carlos Correa bare hands the ball and fires a bullet to home plate and nails Bichette and saved a run. I've seen some great shortstops in my lifetime, in now almost 45 years. It'll be 45 years in less than 30 days. But this guy he's on a whole different world. All is forgiven for the signing of Carlos Correa. I mean, I will never forgive, and I won't forget what those Astros did, but what he's doing for the Twins, especially at shortstop, is just unbelievable. That play was just, I saw the highlight and I was like, wow. So Carlos Correa, I tip my cap to you. That was one hell of a play, and hopefully that foot holds out for the playoff run, no matter how long it lasts. Right now, I'm ecstatic. The Twins broke the streak. I would like to see them at least win the series and end that route. I don't see us going very far past beyond maybe the divisional round or the championship round. Now it's just one game at a time, baby. I have a checklist I started weeks ago on Facebook, which I'm gonna boot up right now. I'm gonna get it up because I wanna read off it. It started Twins checklist. I wrote win the division, check. That's when we won it, and then I had a whole bunch of boxes for other stuffs. Get healthy in remaining regular season, check. End the 0-18 playoff streak, check. Win the wild card round, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. If we lose today, we got to play a deciding game tomorrow. Win the divisional round, win the ALCS, win the World Series. And I wrote baby steps, we can do it, go Twins. And I feel that way. I still feel that way. I think we can do this. You know, we just got to take it one step at a time, baby. It's like the Vikings in the playoffs. Just one step at a time. You know, the Vikings, they got off to their 0-3 start, and now they're off the schneid. They beat the Panthers. Baby steps. We can still do it. It's going to be a tall order, but anything is possible. And I'm excited about the future of the Twins. And the off season is going to be an interesting one. If they can build off this year into next year, I think we're going to be okay. They need to do something about the bullpen. There's some pieces that are still kind of shaky, and the back end of the rotation. I think we're okay rotation wise. We got Chris Paddock back from his arm injury, Tommy John, And since coming back, he's looked really good. So I think you're going to see him penciled in the rotation next season if he stays healthy. Knock on wood. It's just going to be finding that fifth starter, which I think we have. We have Louis Varland. We have Bailey Ober. So I think the rotation looks good. The one I'm concerned about is Sonny Gray. He's a pending free agent. There's no guarantee he's going to sign his qualifying offer. Him and Rocco have been butting heads for the last couple of years, so there's a possibility he might just say, F it, I'm out of here. But I think if he has a good playoff run and things look good, maybe Sonny Gray will be back next year as our 2 starter, as he should. Pablo was amazing. Pablo was awesome until he got in a little bit of trouble in the 6th. But we got out of it. And Pablo, he's a baller. He knew about the streak as much as everybody else did. And basically all the players were like, that's the old Twins team. We're a whole new team. We're a whole different. And we don't give a rat's ass about this drought. We're gonna end it. And they did. And Pablo showed up at the stadium yesterday wearing a Johan Santana jersey. So that was kind of cool. He was paying homage to Johan. And man, I can just see vintage Johan in this rotation with these guys. That would be sick. But the run support would be the thing I'd be worried about. But looking forward to tonight, Game 2. And I believe they're throwing former Twin Jose Barrios on us tonight. Although if they were smart, they'd throw a lefty against us because we have a lefty heavy lineup. But we'll see. We have the Blue Jays on the ropes, and I think we can do it. I think we can break the streak for playoff series wins tonight at Target Field. And I'm going to be listening to them loud and proud tonight. You're going to be hearing me cheering from wherever you are in the world. I'm going to be cheering so damn loud, I'm probably going to have laryngitis tomorrow. So go Twins, and hopefully we'll be heading to Houston Saturday to start the ALDS and get a little paybacks from them on their sweep of us in 2021. If you like this episode, hit that like button, leave a comment if you like, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to help out with future projects, please visit my Patreon at patreon.com/MNTwins28. You do not have to help, but any help is always greatly appreciated. Until next time, peace out. And go Twins!